Hey, what's poppin'? How y'all doing today? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. I hope everybody's having a great day. And yeah, it's been a minute. Hey, I miss y'all too. But anyway, I wanted to talk to y'all today about, well, it's a story mostly, but I'm also gonna talk to you about how devastating the Jehovah Witness brainwashing is. Okay, so yesterday was Memorial Day, and of course, I wasn't going to that crap. So, but it did remind me of a story though, a really beautiful story. So, okay, I have 9 sisters. I know, right? Damn! But yeah, I have 9 sisters. And when we were coming up, we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have a lot of money at all. We had very, 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 very little money. Now, with that said, we still went to the memorial and assembly and all that other stuff. But one thing I can remember, one of my fondest memories about, the memorial season, was that there was this sister and her daughter, and they were both beauticians. That's what they did. That's how they made their living. And during the memorial or special events like that, they knew a lot of the sisters in the congregation didn't have a lot of money. And what they would do, her and her daughter would go around to different people and do their child's hair for free. So her and her daughter would come over my house and do all of my sister's hair. You'd wake up, and because they'd get there nice and early, right? And you'd wake up, the whole house smell like perm and burnt hair and a whole bunch of other, and it smell like Just For Me and all that other stuff that, hair products and stuff like that. And it would be that way, and they'd work from that morning all the way till like late in the day, you know what I mean? For free. Would do this every year for free. And I remember sitting there and just being like, wow, they really didn't have to do this. I would see them work, and I would see them like sweating. I remember one time the hair dryer broke. So they turned the oven on, and they were sitting people down 2 at a time. in this little reclining chair that they had, and they would like kind of blow the hot air into the hair to dry it. And I remember just thinking like, man, boy, y'all, if it's a will, it's a way, baby. You know what I'm saying? And they used to do that, and they would always do all my sister's hair. And by the time it was time for the memorial or the assembly or whatever they were getting ready for, everybody's hair was up to point. It was looking great. Everybody, right? Now, my father, he cut my hair, and then I eventually learned how to cut my own hair. So, it wasn't no problems there. But all my sisters, they all had their hair looking great by the time it was time for the memorial. And I just remember thinking like, man, look how Jehovah provide, And that's why I'm making this video today, because I just want to point out that while you're a Jehovah Witness, everything good is placed on Jehovah. How unfair is that? This sister came over our house bright and early to do all my sister's hair for free. Her daughter was there with her. Did all of my sister's hair for free. And my thought was, wow, look how good Jehovah is. What about her and her daughter? These were some amazing people. Some of the most amazing people ever. And this is something that I really want people to get and understand. Like, point out good stuff that good people do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see a good person do a good thing, give them that credit. Don't tell people like, oh, look at how good God is or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm in a burning building and a firefighter risked his life to save me, and when I get saved, I say, thank you, God. I appreciate it. What if that firefighter like loses an arm or loses a leg trying to save me? Am I supposed to be like, oh, thank you, God? I mean, you make sure his leg feel better whenever it grow back. It might not grow back, but do something. Like, or is that just totally unappreciative to the actual people doing great things in your life? And I know you're gonna say, well, God uses people to do great things or whatnot. Or some people are just great. Some people are just good human beings. And that's the thing that drives me, like, just the most craziest about Jehovah Witnesses. Like, there are some that are really, really good people. And they're told that they're not good, and that they're sinful, and that they're horrible people, and they believe it. and then they're taught that the only reason you do the good things that you do is because of Jehovah. Everything good is attributed to Jehovah, and everything bad is attributed to Satan. But I'm like, I know a bunch of bad people that were Jehovah's Witnesses, and they didn't get this fellowship. They didn't get judicial committees as many as I did. And they were genuinely messed up, egotistical pieces of crap. You know what I'm saying? And I was taught, oh, you can only hide it for God for so long. And, yeah, these same people are still witnesses, still evil, still doing their horrible stuff. But they're not picked on. You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually, some of them, like, I remember this one guy, he was an elder at my hall, did not like me for nothing. I don't care what I did. And I think it was because of my personality. Like, I had the personality to where people, like, were just drawn to me. I don't know. I do know. I'm not going to act like I don't know. I'm silly. I'm silly as hell. I've been silly my entire life. And people like that, So when I was at the hall, I wasn't clean cut and just, like, I would say some crazy stuff from time to time just because it was funny. Like, I used to love how Jehovah's Witnesses would go above and beyond not to cuss. So I would use not the cuss word, but the first letter of each cuss word just to drive the elders and stuff crazy. Like, I'd be like, man, ain't that some S? Just because they gonna be like, well, what you can't say. I'm like, stuff. S for stuff, Like, I used to do stuff like that because I'm just silly, and they did not like it. I did a bunch of stuff mostly because I didn't like being told what to do, and I have a huge problem with staying in line when there's a hierarchy, because I never felt like another person was better or greater than me, Like, I like people. If you're good at something and you're talented at something, that's amazing. We should team up and do some great stuff together because I'm pretty good at stuff too. I know how to rap, draw. I'm not that funny, but I'm a just fun person to hang around, and I like to hang around other people that's fun and interesting. I don't think nobody's better than me. And that was the problem while being a Jehovah's Witness, because I remember certain people would just get certain positions in the Kingdom Hall, and then they just felt like they were better than people. And I was like, nah, bro, that ain't it. There was another elder in my hall who was really cool and really liked me. And I liked him too. He was a great brother. And he said, Jay, you got so much potential. Like, a lot of people are drawn to you. You could be a great elder, a ministerial servant one day if you just stop playing around so much. But that's not my personality. I could not, like, can you imagine me in a judicial committee? Nobody get this fellowship. I'm like, sir, we found him with he was banging 15 chicks. I'm like, man, are you repentant? Yeah, I'm repentant. All right, then he good, brother. Like, I wouldn't I right now have the Shepherding the Flock book. Man, I'm not about to read that book. It's humongous. While I do love my XJW, like, activism, I am still very lazy. Don't forget that part. It's kind of important. But anyway, I'm also kind of crazy because you see how it gets off subject. The subject is the greatness of people are robbed from them and given to Jehovah. And it's whack because they use the fact that great people do great things, and since you attribute it to Jehovah, whenever something bad happens, or you figure out like, man, this is not right what the organization is doing, you think about those good times and you say, well, this organization did give me that one time where the sister came over and out of the kindness of her heart, she did all that stuff for us. Jehovah made that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you take the good deeds that people do and you don't separate them from the Jehovah of the religion, then you're stuck. Because all good things are through him. You can't leave because you're going to feel like, man, where am I going to get good things from if I leave Jehovah? Remember, those good things may not have come from Jehovah. They may have just come from good people. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's just something I had on my mind, man. I'm thinking I'm going to do some more videos about this because, yeah, you can't get around it. When you're a Jehovah's Witness and you're contributing all the good things to God and all the bad things to Satan, then you're scared to leave and you're scared to think on your own because you feel like you're disrespecting all the good stuff that Jehovah provided for you. Just know, sometimes it was just good people that provided it. And there are a ton of good people in and out, especially out of the religion. Anyway, I hope y'all have an amazing day. It's your boy Jay the Comedian. Holla at your guala. Deuces.